I am Tara Roth. I'm the president of the Goldhirsh Foundation, and I'm delighted to welcome you all here today for our LA2050 Grantee Showcase, our second annual, and it's our 10-year anniversary today of the LA2050 Grants Challenge. So I'm really delighted that you're all here and that we are awarding and recognizing the people who are out doing the really difficult work in the communities, and as well as our funding partners and many other electeds, many of whom I'll be mentioning. But as many of you know, as most of you know, LA2050 is our initiative that's driving and tracking progress toward the future of Los Angeles, and a future that we all want to envision. And it's really a movement that's for and by all Angelenos. We center our work around 5 goals: making LA the best place to play, create, connect, learn, and live. And we started the Grants Challenge to identify and invest in organizations who are addressing the issues that are most important to Angelenos. And I am very happy today that we will be heralding those award winners today, and that we are so honored to be welcoming them in as a new cohort to the LA2050 family. I also want to really thank our funding partners for their creativity, collaboration, and generosity. They have allowed us collectively to support dozens of other leaders in the social innovation field and really do capture the values of LA2050 being for and by all Angelenos. So I want to thank, and I will hold our applause till I list them all, the Annenberg Foundation, the SNAP Foundation, the Conrad and Hilton Foundation, John and Callie Foundation, the Elbaz Family Foundation, and the Los Angeles Dodgers Foundation. So please join me in thanking them. You'll hear from them directly shortly on a panel where we're discussing funding priorities and approaches. And you'll also hear from my friend Sam Polk, who's the founder and CEO of Everytable, and also a Goldhirsh Foundation investment. And you'll also hear from these 2 elected officials, to whom I'd like to extend a warm welcome: California State Senator Anthony J. Portantino and Los Angeles City Council member Ulises Hernandez. Thank you. We also have representatives here today from the offices of LA City Council member Heather Hutt, Los Angeles County Supervisor Hilda Solis, Los Angeles County Supervisor Holly J. Mitchell, California State Senator Caroline, Karen Earl, you gotta, California State Senator Ben Allen, California State Senator Lulu Smallwood Cuevas, California State Assembly Member Tina McKinnon, and California State Assembly Member Mike Gibson. So let's give a round of applause for all of that representation. I think when I see that list, I just feel like what a wonderful warm embrace from our civic leaders to more community leaders, and what wonderful support. Each of those representatives has 1 or more grantees in their district, and some of them brought certificates to honor those grantees. So now on to our big news. Along with our 6 funding partners, we're today announcing a total of $2.5 million in new grants to 42 Los Angeles area social impact organizations. Since 2013, we've launched 10 cycles of the LA2050 Grants Challenge and have given away more than $10 million to 140 impactful organizations. And thanks to votes from almost 700,000 Angelenos, we knew where to put those dollars. We've also inspired approximately $14 million additional dollars from funding partners and other sources. So for this year's LA2050 Grants Challenge, which we're calling LA2050X, as in the 10-year, we went big. We engaged 140 youth ambassadors. You'll hear a little bit about that program later. And we also enlisted more than 50 community outreach partners. And for the first time, thanks to Leanne Kelch's wonderful idea, we launched pop-ups that brought in-person voting to more than a dozen iconic Los Angeles locations in the county. And as a result, we had more than 12,000 people cast more than 80,000 votes to determine the issues that mattered most to them, and thus the areas that would be funded in the LA2050 Grants Challenge. Next, we asked the organizations in the social impact and social entrepreneurship sectors to share their proposals about these issues. We had a record-breaking 615 organizations who submitted proposals, which created a lot of work for our outstanding evaluation partners, social justice partners, but they've been our partner for many years, and we're very happy with the work that they've done. You can read all of those proposals at LA2050.org in the Ideas Hub, and in fact, we now have available and searchable more than 3,100 1,100 proposals from more than 2,100 organizations. And thanks to our partnership with Pledge, which is another group in the social impact space, which just celebrated its $100 million donation gathering, you can donate directly to many of those organizations from the LA2050 Ideas Hub. Yes, keep the goodness coming with that. I also want to give a shout out to another friend and partner here today, Mindy Wynn, who's the Vice President of Partner Solutions at Good Upworthy. So Ben Goldhirsh, the chairman of the Goldhirsh Foundation, founded Good, and that was where I met him 17 years ago when I was the founding COO of Good. Good and Upworthy will be publishing content about some of today's new grantees, and we're really inspired by and grateful about this pairing and by all of the work that media members do each and every day. So we have a lot of good conversations to get into today. And speaking of media members, I want to introduce you to one more special guest who's going to serve as your LA2050 Grantee Showcase MC, Zarina Khairzada. And I'm sure many of you know Zarina's work. She's a multimedia journalist for Spectrum One News. She's covered many social impact stories about real people doing real work towards real progress. So thank you again for being here, and over to you, Zarina.